Hey y'all, it's me, Malibu Darby. Welcome to my channel. If it's not your first time watching, welcome back. Today we are talking technique. I have implemented 3 different techniques or 3 different tricks that have completely changed how I do my makeup and how my makeup's been lasting for me. They're subtle, but they make a big difference. So if you're interested in these tricks and how I do this face today, stay tuned. Okay, so let's jump straight into those 3 tips. Now, I will say I put on strip lashes for the very first time in a long time since doing clusters. And if you see the lashes getting wonky, just know this isn't a lash video. So the first thing, I just got concealer on my lash. So the first thing that made the biggest difference in my routine is underpainting. So underpainting is essentially putting on your concealer, your contour. Some people do blush. I don't personally do blush on before your foundation. So I've already done my primer. I did the Milk Hydro Grip, and you're putting that on before your foundation, and you're going to blend it out before as well. And essentially when you put the foundation on, it's going to give a much more soft, blurred look, and it's going to help melt them together. Because sometimes you put on that foundation, it's like, and you just cover it with product. So it's kind of like, why not even waste putting foundation there just to cover it? So that is putting this on first. I've never tried the blush. Maybe I'll try that just to see how that works. But for me, I put it on my usual areas. I put the concealer and go from there. Okay, I'm going to start with my brush that I use to blend my contour out. And I like to take it and kind of stipple it and go upward. I never go down with mine specifically. Oop, hold on. You know what I can do? I like to do my nose sometimes. I just take it and go right down the sides. Now, what could be the most common mistakes if you do this? Underpainting wouldn't be for someone who just does their like contour with powder. You wouldn't want to put powder on before that, or going too heavy. You won't want to go too heavy because you will still be putting your foundation and things on it. And you want to have it kind of give that like natural skin-like finish. This is just helping it, like I said, give that kind of soft blur where everything just melts together instead of putting product on top of product. Then I kind of have this angled brush that I like to take with my nose contour. Sweep that into my eye a little bit and just bring it straight down. And you can kind of play with, I always do, how much you put on when you underpaint. If you want to try more to see, you know, if that makes it pop more when you put your foundation on. If you want to try less, you can just kind of play to see how that product goes under your foundation. Now, the second tip that made a huge difference, which you actually kind of saw me doing it in real time, is letting my concealer dry down. Now, letting the concealer dry down literally helps it cover so much more. If you see, I'm just dabbing it in and it's barely moving from where I put it, versus if you immediately put it on and start to blend it out. Sometimes it ends up here, it ends up down here. You kind of move the product all around. It starts getting sheer. You kind of mess with the coverage. So letting it blend down, you can even just do 30 seconds, a minute. Some people like to let it almost completely dry down. I like to let it dry a good amount before I start blending it out. And it just makes a big difference with the coverage, especially even if you're color correcting. I like to let that dry down to really stay where it's going to be. So you really start to see the coverage before I even put on any foundation. I found that this also makes a really big difference with creasing too, helping that product to stay where I need it to, because like I said, it wasn't wet and slippery when I placed it. So that has made a big difference for me. And with the concealer, this is just like a little added note. I've been a brush girl with the concealer. I know some people still like to use the beauty blender or even like the little triangle sponge, but for me, a brush for your concealer has really just given me the finish that I've been looking for, just going and like dabbing in with the brush. This is the Real Techniques brush. I really do love this brush for concealer. It's been the best for me. I'm going in real quick with my House Labs foundation. And you can see that I'm doing the foundation kind of right around those areas where I applied my underpainting, so I don't have to do as much coverage, and it's all just starting to kind of melt and blend together. There shouldn't really be any demarcation. Now, sometimes when I really do want my under eye to pop, I go in with a really like a lighter, much lighter concealer, and I just put it right in the corner here. Just a little bit. Still gonna let that dry down. And that brings me to our third tip, which is gonna be center placing the blush. Now, before we would kind of see the traditional blush kind of here, kind of on the apples of your cheeks when you smile. But center placing of the blush is putting it a little more in the center and a little bit higher. I'm gonna mix these two colors that I always mix from Juvia's Place, kind of this pink and this coral orange, and putting it in the center lifts and makes the face look a little more youthful than pulling it out, which can make it appear a little bit wider. Now, of course, all this depends on your facial structure and stuff like that. So again, it's good to play with it, but I put that in the center, and you'll see some people put it even closer under their eye, almost like a concealer. So just play with it, see what works for you, but it can help you look a lot more flush and like awake. And I even let that dry down, and you're gonna blend the blush out before the concealer. Okay, I honestly could let this dry down a little bit more. Sometimes I'll have a fan to let it dry down. I'm gonna go ahead and just start kind of blending out that blush just to get that process going. Again, just kind of going in and pressing. We're not dragging, we're just blending it up and out a little bit. Not taking anything like to our hairline. Of course, you know, some people, we love a blush blindness. We love a exaggerated blush. If you want to take that thing all the way up, if you want to get it bright pink, do what you do. Do what you feel. But I just like to bring it in here. You can still go on your apples of your cheeks a little bit, but it's definitely more centered than I used to do it. But I do love how like youthful and bright it looks. And letting stuff dry down, especially in the summertime, really make sure that product does not move. You let it dry down and then set it, it's not going anywhere. I'm doing light today because I'm not going anywhere, and I just need to film some natural stuff and take pictures, so I don't want to do too crazy. I'm gonna let the concealer dry down some more, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Okay, I think the concealer has dried down long enough. It's been quite a while. So let's blend it out. Do you see how that's staying like right where I put it? It's not moving all around. Literally just blurring out exactly where I put it. Okay, now we're going to just set with our powder really quickly. Blush, I'm using a pink and an orange blush as well. Still going in the center and setting that. Just reinforcing exactly what we just did. The one and only. And for lip, I've actually been obsessed with Peach Stock from MAP. Literally just posted it on my Instagram and my TikTok at Malibu Darby and at the Malibu Darby. Put a little bit in the center. It comes off very light, but it's perfect in the center. All right, y'all. So those are the 3 tips that have completely changed my makeup. Underpainting, letting your concealer dry down, and that center placed blush have completely changed how my makeup finishes, and I absolutely love it. Now remember, I am combination oily, so that's what works best for me, and it really helps keep my makeup in place. I would say try out 1 or 2 of these at a time and see how they work for you. Let me know if you tried any new techniques or any new tricks that you have really loved, because I might want to try them and they might work for me too. If you have or have any questions, drop those in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, find me on Instagram, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.